Welcome. In this class, we will focus on only corolla in floral morphology. So, corolla is the second whorl which is known as the petals. Now, these petals can be of two types, polypetalous or gamopetalous. Polypetalous means each of the petal is separate. However, under gamopetalous, these petals are fused, right? That's one of the basic differences that you must understand. Now, these are colored. The only reason is to attract insects for the purpose of pollination. Polypetalous can be classified into numerous forms as we have mentioned here. The first is the Cruciform. Cruciform has 4 petals and these petals are arranged in a cross form. Caryophyllous has 5 petals and these are arranged at right angles to one another. Now, let's understand the examples for the same. So, for Cruciform, a good example is mustard, where there are 4 petals which are arranged in a cross pattern. Caryophyllous is where there are 5 petals arranged at right angle to one another. Dianthus is a good example. Rosaceous is where there are 5 or more petals, but they are actually outwards. So they are intended or they are moving outwards. As the name suggests, rosaceous. So rose is one which has polypetalous. Each petal is separate. They are not fused into one. The next is campanulate. Campanulate is also bell-shaped in nature. Right? Now, physalis is a good examples for the same. Now, in physalis, it is campanulate, but it is polypetalous. That means each of the petal is separate. We also have campanulate in gamopetalous. Under campanulate in gamopetalous, a good example is campanula, as the name suggests from the name itself. Clear? The next is in the polypetalous, it is Papilionicus. Papilionicus is one where there are irregular patterns and the size of the petals are irregular. One big, one small, one broad, one short, and so on. So there are various combinations under Papilionicus which we would discuss in a separate lecture. Under Gamopetalous, where we say there are fused petals, the first one, campanulate, we already discussed, it is bell shaped, and campanula is a good example. The next is Arculate. Arculate is urn-shaped. As the name suggests, arculate, it is urn-shaped, and bryophyllum is a good example. The next is tubular. It is tube-shaped, and flowerates in sunflower is commonly tube-shaped. The next is infundibuliform. Infundibuliform actually is in the shape of a funnel, and this is seen in petunia. Rotate is where there are short tubes which are present which explain the corolla, and it is similar to a shape of a saucer. So, rotate is a saucer shaped. Solanum nigerium is a good example. The next is salver shaped. It is also known as hypocratiform. Now, hypocratiform is one where there is tubular corolla and this is in the shape of salver. Bilabiate and personate, these are two different varieties. Bilabiate is where the corolla is bilobed. That means there is a wide opening mouth with 2 lips of corolla. So just 2 flaps of corolla, and ocimum is an example for bilabiate. Personate is where it is bilobed but both the lips are closed, and in personate the good example is again sunflower, but the ray floret of sunflower. In the case of tubular, it was the Dorset floret of sunflower. So under personate, where it is just 2-lipped and both the lips are closed, it is the ray floret of sunflower. The next is ligulate, which is also in the shape of strap, and this is again a good example is again the sunflower. So ligulate we could say is a good example for ray floret of sunflower. Personate, we can have other examples, probably Antirethium as a good example. And then the last one is a spurred. Spurred where one or more petal comes out like a beak, and this is seen in larkspur. So any plant which is of the spur variety would see a spurred Gamopetalous form, right? So larkspur is a common example for the same. So in this lecture we had probably focused only on corolla, the fused and the separated corolla patterns, which are the polypetalous and the gamopetalous. If you have any questions, feel free to post those in the comment section, and we'll be covering more topics under floral morphology in the separate videos. So follow those for more details. Have a wonderful day ahead.